I'm not done for yet another skip Sauntering Snippets. Just past the gas station, my favorite one that I usually use as a marker for pricing, and it's at $4.59. So we're up a few more pennies. Day after day it seems to be that way, and yet it seems that first it was Jen Psaki, and now the newest nitwit press secretary is, and Biden saying, there's nothing we can do about it. It's not up to us. It's Putin. Right. And just a couple of days ago, the Biden administration just canceled a whole bunch more leases in the Gulf of Mexico and Alaska. Not only that, and they were saying earlier that there's 9,000 leases that were available that oil companies have paid for, but they're not pumping out of it. Yeah, well, they tightened up on the permitting processes and the operational processes. When government makes costs too high to be profitable, guess what? People aren't going to try to make a profit. But you see, the Biden administration doesn't care, because profit is a dirty word, because of all the Obama socialist retreads in that area, in the administration. So it's up to us folks, the folks that really are getting hit hardest, that have to be able to go back and forth to work. Fortunately, being retired and fortunately doing granite rock, I do most of my work from home. But there's a lot of events going on that I would love to get to, but gas is getting expensive, and my truck, well, not exactly the best at gas mileage. And on a fixed income, like a lot of other people now, gas gets expensive, and you have to start picking and choosing, and a lot more people are going to start doing that. And here they are, the Biden administration, saying, well, we're going to take care of the most vulnerable amongst us, and yet they do this stuff. They talk out of both sides of the mouths at the same time. Not only that, but we've had 5 oil refineries scattered across the country that have shut down. Upper Midwest, New Jersey, Louisiana, California. So we're down yet another 1 million barrels of crude a day. And even as the crunch is going on, the Biden administration has the temerity to get on their knees and beg Venezuela and Saudi Arabia to ship us cheaper oil. Does anybody else not see through this charade? Can't the Biden administration even have the honesty to say, hey, we're just carrying out what Obama's Stephen Chu said, in that Americans should pay the same pricing as Europeans. Not only that, Biden also had that gaffe where Americans are going to pay for what they voted for, and we got you. So great, just what we needed. These people are all in arms about us getting off of internal combustion engines and fossil fuels. They fuse themselves to the keep it in the ground folks at the Sierra Club and all the other environmental agencies. Why else would they boost the gas mileage requirements over a short 4 years from 26 miles to the gallon for automobile manufacturers to 46? Think about that. It's hard enough to do things, but basically what they're saying, oh, we're not telling you what you can buy. We're not taking that choice away from you, at least verbally. They say, well, we don't have a law that says you can't buy a gas-powered car or truck, and that we're forcing you by law to only buy an electric vehicle. But that's what their regulations are doing. It's all a con game, folks. They have their aims. They're instituting the Green New Deal, whether they pass, because they couldn't pass it in Congress. The federal government has become so humongous, all they have to do is manipulate a few rules, or more than a few rules, in a lot of different areas, and basically eat away at the pie that we have called freedom and take it away from us. Energy being one, transportation being another. It is the way to say, hey, those of you out in the hinterlands that can't afford to pay for your truck or your car to go anywhere, well, move to the city. As if that's the most wonderful idea in the world. Rack 'em and stack 'em. We already fought this here in New Hampshire a while ago with what was then called Agenda 21. Well, why else do they insist on trains and buses and public transportation and making it harder and harder for us to keep our own private vehicles that allow us to come and go wherever we want and when we want? And also, why the heck is government in the business of putting in chargers for these new electric vehicles? Why should it be up to our taxes to pay for the rich in buying those electric vehicles that they are so smug about? I'm Skip, and that's a question you need to answer for yourselves as a result of yet another Skip Sauntering Snippets.
Croc TV.